I've got another one of these dishes, and I've got a fairy in there with some pearls and a bit of tulle at the back. I will be gluing all that in, and I've got some decorations here. So hopefully you will be able to see what I'm doing as I do it, and my big head won't be in the way. So I'm just going to lift this off. I've got several bits ready for it, so I've just... it's just another way of decorating one of these. I've got some pearls in a dish. And what I've got is a doily that I'm going to, if the glue gun's ready, is just attach the doily to the centre of the dish. Like that. And then I am going to glue this down. I've marked off the sides as well for the pearls. I'm going to put some pearls on it, which is what I did last time. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. Oops. I'm just gluing the petal bits down like that. I'm going to find the centre of the dish. And I'm going to pop on the fairy. Really nice fairy, that one. I just want it to... I'm going to put it in the new bedroom when I start that. So I'm just popping a little bit of glue on the pad. So if I want to change it, I can. I'm sticking that in the middle. Like that, that's safe. And then what I'm going to do is just to hold the tulle, and it's just a piece of tulle scrunched up just to give it a bit of a background and make it a little bit of a shabby look, and we pop the lid on like that. Now I'm not going to be gluing the lid down, but what I am going to be doing is to glue these around it like that. I just think that looks really pretty. And we will be putting some right, I don't think this glue gun's going to be working that much. Just going to get a centred like that. I'm just going to sort the glue gun out. Another glue stick. I might need to do that. No, that's fine. And we're just going to glue these flowers on like that. So again, I like the idea, when I can wipe that off, that it's movable, because then I can take it off, pack it away, and then put it out when I'm ready to put it in the room. But doesn't that look pretty already? We're also going to put some lace on the rim. So really I can actually take that off, but I'm not going to, I don't think I need to. I think what I'm going to do is just put the lace onto it now. Like that. Not pretty. We'll swing that back round. I'm going to just move that slightly round. Oops. again, just take that off. Yeah, that's fine like that. I think it's that one that wants moving. Put that back on. It was slightly lower than what it should have been. Like I say, we're just putting this in basically for decoration only at the back, like that. So that's how it's going to look. But first of all, before I do that, I wanted to put some pearls in, and I'm just basically just going to glue the pearls. I'm going to do a couple of big ones here and there, not in any particular fashion or anything like that. Just pop them in like that, and then do a few smaller ones. There we go. Don't waste these if you they come out and they're all like that. That makes a perfect candle. And colour the wick black. Never ever waste. Like that. Yeah, we'll put one more in there, I think. Now I'm just going to pop this back on. Like that. Just hold it in the back. Pop that back on. And if I choose, and I'm going to, I can just add a bit of glue on the front, just to hold that. That's it, that's held. Isn't that pretty? Now what we're going to do is to put the pearls on. And I could have put one single chain, but I chose not to do that because I'm going to, it's easier to work with them like this, in that spot, just to do that. So they hang like that. There we go. Take any strands off. Ooh. Now, I don't know whether to do that. I am going to, and then I'm going to attach a flower. So in the centre of all of these, I'm just going to attach a pearl. A large pearl like that. See, I think that looks really pretty. Oh, I like that. Now I do. So, No, we could have the pink maybe. Can we have the pink in the middle? Yes, definitely. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just going to show you. I've just done this and it looked stunning. So what I'm going to do is to add the bow to the pearl. Oops, a daisy. Let me just take that was a little bit too much. That'll dry. We'll take that off. Get in place. There we go. That cute. Spin around. And we can just tuck that in there. Wait a minute, I've got to... Not happy with that one. Just a minute. Because we can always correct that. And you're not going to see this one underneath, so I'm just going to snip that off. Let me just take that bottom petal off. You're not going to see it anyway, because of the bow. I want the bow on. There, like that. See? So you're not going to see the petal underneath, so it didn't matter that I snipped that one off. I like that. That's not quite set in the middle, is it? Just going to dismantle that one. Wasn't quite in the middle of where I wanted it to be. Ah! Boom! But it will be now. And then we're going to pop that on there as well. So it's set there now. Isn't that pretty? Don't worry about any sticking out, we'll clear that off after. Like that. I just like the pink and cream, and there's pink in the dress of the fairy, so that's going to be good. Isn't that pretty? I do like that. Wow, that's really pretty. I'm not too sure. Yeah, and I'm just going to put one little bow underneath here on the leg, because I don't think you can overdo something, and I'm not going to do that. So that's bang in the middle of where she is. Taking the excess off, if you see what I've done. Isn't that lovely? And I think, now I was planning on doing the wings, but I'm not sure. Let me just ponder about it, to be honest. Because I have a couple of wings here. I might, do you know what I might do? I might just pop them on. I've cut them in half. Cut 2 lots for each side. And I don't know whether to put, I don't know. To be quite honest, I don't think we need it. But what I might do now is just add a bit of pearl around and hanging down, like, yes, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so I want that longer. I need to cut that about there. So all I'm going to do is attach some glue around that. Like that. I'm just going to cut that extra one off. I don't want that one. Just have a little bit of pearly effect. And do you know what? I'm also going to add another one here. There. And I'm just going to cut that one there. So I've done that. And I don't think that needs any more than that. I'm quite happy with it. So I hope you like that. It's just building along. I'm going to do a picture of it for you. Morning everyone. Right, I've got on my turntable, I've been asked a lot since yesterday to do another one of these. So I have got, I'm going to do a red one. So on here I've just got everything red that I am going to use or need. I mean, I won't use all of this in that tiny little, because that's all I've got, a little container. But I've got everything out that I might need. So what I'm going to do, I've taken this image off the internet, which is the background, and to that I've added some clear stickles and used the alcohol inks just to dab on over the stickles, which gives you the red glitter. And that is going to go in here in the background. I'm going to put it inside this time and not attach it to the back. I've also at the moment stuck in a little bit of wire, and to do that, to get that so it doesn't fall over, what you need, you take a piece of wire and you need it so it's like, I'd say 1.5 inches, so you need 4.5 inches long. You cut 3 inches off, and then you just bend that so you've got that to rest on the bottom of your jar, and then with the piece that you've cut off, make a hook pop it on the end, squeeze it together and glue it and hold it till it dries, and you've got a stand. So it's quite easy to do. So that's that, and that's what I've done so far, and glued it to the bottom. Now what I'm going to do now is, this isn't quite dry, but I am going to sit this in the back. It should slot in because I've had it in once, and when that's it, just use a tool or something to make sure it's sat properly in the background and sat down at the bottom, and that you've got it right for where you want your image. So mine's like that. Okay, and just pop that to one side for a minute. Now the next bit is to do the fairy. So I mean, I've got all sorts here because I may use them, I may not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just wanted to make sure I have everything out at once. To do that, you're going to need some, unless you've already printed a coloured picture out, but like me, I like to do my own. So you need your Copic markers. I'm using the very, very palest for the face and body. Skin tone this is. And just colour that in. Like that. And then with the pink, the pale pink. Oops. You just put some colour in the cheeks and just a little bit more colour in her body. Probably not as pink as what I want, so I'll choose the next one, I think. Just to get some colour in the face. That's much better. Like that. And I'm just going to pop some like lipstick on her. But I'm also going to use the two-tone, this one, which is, sorry, I should have told you what they were. What number's this one? RV34, just to do the wings. I'm not doing them all the way to the top because I'm going to put a different colour on. Now this is going to be a long video, but I'll squeeze it all in and stitch it all together. I'm not doing it in any particular way at all. I'm just colouring it in that suits me. And like I say, go back to the darker colour for the outer wing. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Sorry if you're not. I can't view while I'm doing this. I mean, this is going to be cut out, so it doesn't matter if you go over. Yeah, quite happy with that. And I'm just going to use the clear one to blend them in a minute. It just blends in any edges. Yeah, that'll do nicely. And then what you're going to do is cut that out, so I'll be back in a minute. Now I've done that image, and it fits perfectly where I want it to go. I'll just show it in there. Then just put that to one side. Now what we're going to do next is I'm going to make the trimmings on the bottom, and I'll still use the tub I used yesterday, just to pop it in there. And I'm going to use the spray, and this one I'm just going to pour in, and I'm using Lava Red. Give it a really good shake. I'm not going to spray it because it'll go everywhere, just for now. And just use the end of your paintbrush to get that colour. Sorry if you're not seeing. Now what I've done is I've popped the little crystals in the bottom. I've put the attached the fairy to the, and all I did was put a little dab of glue on, you can't see, on the back of her, and then use the tweezers to pop her onto the wire that was standing up. I mean, unfortunately mine's got a crack in here, but it's all I had to show you, so I need to go and get some more bits. Anyway, so she's in there ready, not quite facing the way I want, but that's better. So we'll just leave that like that. Oh, sorry, no, we're not. I said we've got some. Well, just in case, because my camera ran out, and I'm really sorry. Let me just check it's filming. I can't do with this; it's doing my head in. What I've done is I've put the crystals into the pot in here. I've put some sprays in there to match, mixed it up, and popped it in the bottom, and then added the fairy. Okay. And just glued her on. So that's that so far. Now I'm just going to get some little roses and that to sit in the bottom. So I've got some tiny ones. I just wanted small flowers, because you don't. If you put them in too big, then you're overloading, and less is more. So I've got also some cherry blossom here. Well, some blossom here, like beads, which I'm going to cut off and pop that in as well. I might not need all of it, so I'm just going to cut and glue where I want it. So I'm just going to put this one to the side. Let's get hold of my tweezers and pop it in. And it's actually sat on her, so that'll have to do anyway, so I can't change that now because I've just glued it in, but it doesn't matter, because to that, like I say, I am going to be adding some flowers. So just glue the back. You have to work quickly with the glue. Take the rose, and I'm just going to pop that down the bottom there, so that'll hide where the blossom is anyway. Like that. And then, like I say, I'm just going to glue this one back on because it seems to have come unstuck. Like that. Pop that back in. And then glue on the back. Take the tweezers, and I'm just going to pop that in the other side. There. Just like that. But because I want another flower in it, just to give it a little bit of colour. So I'm just going to chop that one off. That doesn't want to chop off. Whoa! I'm just going to chop that one off, bend that up so I can hold it, glue the back of it, hold it with the tweezers, take the strand off, and then I'm just going to pop that right down into the base there, like that. So there's some nice flowers. Now what I did have was this. I'm not sure if I want this. It's just, it came from no, too much, don't want it. It's just trial and error basically, but we've got that, and I think that looks quite pretty. So now what I'm going to do is make sure that that's on and it's even when I want it. Move that around a little bit. Not quite as far. That's better. Right, so what I'm going to do, I am going to put a little bit of a leaf at the back. So I'm just going to trim this. And I just want it to sit at the back of her. So I'll just take... just like that. It's just a little bit of foliage inside, that's all. That's all I want that for. So that's now stuck. Okay. Let me just check the time. 2 minutes. Right, so now just move everything out your way because sometimes it can be a hindrance. I'm not using all these flowers. I've got the flowers I wanted. I just got a selection out. I might put that in actually. And just see what it's like. Yes, I'm going to put that in. I do like that. It's the only one I had and I thought, oh, I'll put it in. Why not? Just sit that to the back. Like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's quite nice, quite pretty. Right then, so next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the lid on. And this is actually, it held glitter, to be honest. It just held glitter. Yeah, quite like that. Quite pretty, isn't it? Before I do that, I'm not sealing it up, but I want to take all the stringy bits off there. And make sure the glass inside is, well, it's not glass, it's plastic. Check time. Got a minute left. Now these are the sprays I was using for the back. But well, I'll cut them ready and then I'll be back to do the. Let's have a look. Whoops. I think I needed about 7 or 8 of these. But anything you can put on the back, put lace on or whatever you want. And I'm just cutting them below the flower. And then what I'm going to do is glimmer mist these, so I will be back. Hi, I'm really sorry about this, but I'm having to do it on the webcam now because my battery's died. I'm charging them up, but I wanted to get this video done. I need to get some extra batteries because they're rechargeable ones and they're a pain. So what I've done now is I've just put the rose trim into the tub, glimmer misted it, and I'm just drying that off. And I don't want to do too much because it does melt it. Hopefully it might be dry enough. And what's happening here is I'm going to pop this on the bottom of the jar. So what I need to do is just keep the fairy thing upright because you don't want to right. You don't want everything to spill out. I haven't glued this in the bits in the bottom this time. I just left it because it's just going to be stood anyway, so it's not going to harm anything. Like I say, just glue the trim on the bottom. I'm just going to cut that rose off because I don't need that one. Oops. What I might do actually is just cut that little rose out. Not that anybody sees the back, I just want to do it. Just put that little rose there, I think. There we go, like that. And so, sorry, I'm doing it that way now. Got to remember. As I've got a little trim on the bottom. Just pop that to one side. I've already cut these ready. So what I'm going to do now is just glimmer mist these. And to that I'm using the red firefly. And just give it a good old spray. Make sure they're all turned the right way. And they don't have to be done perfect because you can finish them off when they're on. So there they go. And then what I'm going to do, I can't stop this now, so to come back and do it, show you the next steps. I'm going to have to dry them while I'm filming. This has got a gold sheen to this one, which is what I like. Like that. Move that out of the way. Take the heat gun. Now what I'm going to do is, this is where you have to be careful, is lay, well, hold this and start on this end and just make sure they're the right way around and just glue them on like that. Okay, bit tedious, but just going to move that out of the way. All the strands get everywhere, but you can soon sort them out. And they don't have to be totally that colour. Mine's got white in, so I'm not bothered, and it just adds to the effect, to be honest. But you could put whatever you wanted on these. Put the last one in. I might squeeze another one in there, actually. God, them threads in a bin. Just going to squeeze another one in there. That'll do. Quite happy with that. Oh no! Oh God, it dropped, thank God. Yeah, that's why I've not glued this in, that's what you've got to be careful of. But you can see the flowers, so that's fine. Now at the moment, it's warm. The heat of it is warm, so what I'm going to do is just open the lid. Like that. Just till it cools off. And just move all that away. So that, I'm going to put the pearl trim on the sides now. And all I'm going to do is just go from the top to the bottom and make sure I add the pearl. Like that. And just snip that off at the top. Turn it around, do the other side. And just start it at the bottom, and then you know you've got enough. Well, it's just easier. And just snip that off at the top. So you've got your pearl trim like that. She looks really good, actually. Quite pleased with that. Now to the front here, I'm just going to add a little bit of bling. Well, I'm not. I'm going to add a butterfly. I've got like a what's we call it, butterfly. Oh, they're like a plastic one. So I'm just going to add that butterfly on the front here. So it's just for decoration. Like that. Yeah. So I'll just show you that. Coming on nicely. Oh, what stringy stuff. It's maddening, it really is. I'm also going to put a couple of the tiny rosebuds that I've got just on the sides here. Like that, just for decoration. Yes, I like that, really pretty. Now hopefully that'll dry shortly. Just put the lid back on there. This was the rose trim I used, and just Glimmer misted it. Right, so that's that. Where are we at now? The top trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on first. Hopefully it'll cool down by now. Yep. And then I'm going to use some of this fancy lace. Now I'm not sure which one because I've got different lengths, but I don't want it to hide what I've got there. Now I like that. That's really pretty. So I'm going to use that. Make sure I've got enough to go around. Yeah, just chop that off there. Pop my needle back in. Like that. But I'm going to have to, well, I don't know whether I will this time. So I was going to Glimmer mist it. Let me just see. I don't know. I do like it to match if we can get it. Let me just see. Don't know. I'll pop it in anyway. We'll do it. We can always not use it and use it somewhere else. So all I'm going to do now is just to Glimmer mist this. Wrong one, I think. Oopsie daisy. Oh yeah, it's nice. It is nice. Yeah, I'm happy. Happy I did that. And then, like I say, we've just got to Glimmer mist this, dry this off. What are we on to now? 12:30. Now, I'm not quite happy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to glam this up a little bit. And by that, I'm going to use the stickles. Because when you dry it, the glue's gone out of it. The colour. So I'm just putting a dot of stickles on each one of the circles in the pattern. Like that. Oh, this string. It's like a fight. It's having a fight with a bit of string. Right, so I had to do that first, and I will dry that off a little bit actually. Right. Now, it still won't be dry properly. But what I'm going to do now is just start and attach it to this. And to do that I need the middle of it. Like that. Okay. Right. wrap that around. Right, I'm sorry about the mess up with this, because I'm having to do it with the webcam and use the camera, because I do get a better picture with the camera. I numbered them wrong, but I think I've got it right now. You might have to go back and watch it in order. But I should get rid of all this strandy stuff. Right, so this is where we're at the moment. Now, I've so far put the lace on that I want. I'm not keen on this lace here, so I might glam that up a little bit. I put because it was a glitter tub, it had holes in the top, so I just cut a piece of card and then I glimmer misted it using the red firefly, and look, all I did is I just swirled it around in the bottom of the tub I use, and it came out like that, and I like that. It's different, so I do like that. Like that. So what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to clear it of all the blooming strands that are around it. I'll have to pick that off later. And like I said, I put 2 layers of pearls on, and it's not very straight, this one. I don't like this glue gun. I can't get the exact, you know, use out of it that I want to. So, but I'm just showing you how to make one. So that's what we've got so far. I'm not keen on the red colour because the colours aren't the right red for me. There's loads of them blooming strands everywhere. But, like I say, it's just a tutorial, so, you know, you can do what you like with yours. I've also put the stick pin in, which was a red pearl stick pin with a glass bead, a little bead underneath that. And then this was the flower that I made from the glue when I poured the glue stick into the mould, and I ended up with a flower. So I am going to glam that one up as well. But for now, I'm going to move on to the next stage, which is to do the wings. And for that you need a butterfly. So mine's a bit battered, but I'm going to fix that. But I'm just going to show you how to do it, and I will fix it before I'm not sure if I can pull these out. I cut the others out before. Yes, it's pulled off. And it's, you know, a shame you have to do that, but you're going to make another pretty object. So all I did was I moved that back, and if I had the fine glue gun, it'd be great. Popped a bit of glue in there and just added the wing like that. See? And then on the other side do exactly the same. I'll just have to glue it onto that, to be honest. Take the wing and just glue that on. Try and even them up if you can. Like that, and then I'm just going to play around with the wings, because like I said, these are not quite good really, because they're falling apart, but it's all I had to show you. I didn't have any other wings left. Sorry, that's not stuck. These are the only wings I had left big enough to do this. But there you go. I'm not sure if you can see that. I hope you can. I'll see to all the strands later on. And unfortunately, like I said, mine was a crack in here, but I can't do anything about that. It's all I had there to show you this. So that's my red fairy in a bottle. And that's all there is to it. So I just thought I'll bring that to you today, and you can do what you like. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'm sorry it looks a bit mishmash, but I had to use the resources I had just to do the tutorial. Okay, but thanks for watching, everyone, and look forward to your comments.